the late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European time on the dollar. We do this show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything else. And today we're gonna talk about Bitcoin, altcoins, and dollar index DXY. We're gonna look at the stock market a little bit. We're gonna look at the weekly candles, monthly candle closes happening in a couple of days, so we're gonna look at that. We're gonna try to figure out, are we dumping down to zero or again, or whatever is gonna happen. How is this look? Is this bearish or bullish? So basically just overview over the what's happened in the last couple of days and stuff like that. How's everybody in the chat doing right now? The Santa Player, what's up man? Abdullah, Amfi, Salim, what's up? Ben, good morning. I'm bullish. Salim is bullish, guys. Salim is bullish. So Salim being bullish, everybody else is bullish as well. Salim knows Selena, so he got inside information from the moons. Vinet, 10k coming for my rights. Yeah, you gotta wait for your rights, man. I mean, 10k is, way down. It doesn't look that long down, but, it's still way down. Yo, Cryptos, how you doing? Has Bit pursued any of you guys too? Not yet, we good. Mladen is in the chat. I mean, I do. Dutch Ring Racing, yeah. That guy is in the chat. It's called denial stage. I don't know about being this denial, we're pretty far down. Hello, my friend, let's get this money. Yeah, what kind of money? Where is the money to be gotten? I mean, there is, of course, any kind of movement all over the place. Good morning, Nami. How you doing, man? Sunny, sun and shining. Where is the rainbow? Sunny and rainbows. And what more do we have to have? Sun, rainbow, and pina colada. Toxic entity, good morning. I don't know what's going on either. There you go. Guys, as you see in the title, I'm not quite sure what's going on, but we're gonna try to examine that a little bit. Monthly close below 19.4, we see each other at 13k. Oh, so people are bearish again, big time bearish, like 10k, 13k. I don't know, guys. I don't know if you are getting that 10 or 30k. Weekends and already out, long-term holders not selling. I don't know either, but we are, but if we go up short, we go down long. Might be that we're just getting kicked down a little bit. Annie Marie, good morning. How you doing, Annie? Adrian Simic, kako si, brat? Dobar sam, brat. Snoot, good morning. Bridge Cable, what's up? I'm bullish, but pretty crazy how the market is right now. Bear flag breakdown, we're going to 15k or less. Wow, people are so bearish. Nami and a unicorn, why not? Throw all of the good things into the batch, man. ATL went short. I don't know about shorts, man. I don't know about shorts. I know people thinking shorts, but I'm not there. We all wrecked. AZTV, maybe not quite yet. Apparently, some 7 to 10-year-old coins have started to move around. What? I'm buying everything under 22k. Nice. So, guys, what do I want to say? Yeah, this bearish talk, you see how immediately, we go from, being, strongly bullish to everybody saying this is gonna go to, 10, 15k. Can it happen? Yes, it can happen. My analysis or my, worldview is that it's not gonna happen. Reason it's not gonna happen is because, the mainstream media have been telling people to, first in the start it was like, oh, the bottom is down at 15k, and I said there is no way we're gonna get hit to 15k because they are telling people that the bottom is at 15k, and then they was telling people to buy stocks and do this and do that when Bitcoin was at 24,000. Right now I haven't seen any kind of news about Bitcoin and stuff like that, so I'm not quite sure what they're telling people, but as soon as you see any kind of news again telling people that Bitcoin is bearish again, Bitcoin is going down to 10, 12, 13, 15k, whatever, they could be right, but most likely they're trying to scare people into not buying coins and waiting. Most likely. Adrian Simic, 20 bucks, man, thanks, I appreciate the money. Shorts, bad idea. Let's be smart here, guys. If you've been dollar cost averaging since initial major drop a couple of months ago, we should be all sitting pretty much love, brata. Yeah, but you know, I've been thinking about actually about was thinking about actually the very same thing like yesterday, and I was like, you know, it's easy to buy. It's very easy to buy, you know, and I did it once before in 2018, and you know, it's easy to buy all dollar cost average and buy your coins. The problem, you know, the pain is hodling through everything, right? Once you're in profit, you're okay, but if it starts going down, you are no longer okay. You get into this pain period, right? But you still know that you're gonna hodl for like 3-4 years, right? So watching the charts, if you're just hodling, if you're just not doing anything with your coins, you know, the pain is really in, you know, watching the charts all day, every day. And I remember when I bought, you know, some of the coins at around 9K, you know, a couple of years back, we went down to, during Corona, down to 7K, but I did not care. I wasn't watching the charts. I wasn't caring about what's happening with, you know, Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything else. And you know, it was an easy hodl, you know, because you you have to have a long perspective in mind. You know that in 3-4 years it's gonna be, you know, be 20, 30, 40K. It's gonna be way above whatever the Corona did to the price, right? And we saw that exactly thing happen. And I was thinking yesterday, like, so right now people bought a lot of dollar cost average, but they have a hard time hodling because they are unsure whether we're gonna hit 15K or 12K or 10K or 5K or 1K. They don't know what's gonna happen because world is in turmoil. But the markets are still not going anywhere. Like, even if there's a World War III breaking out tomorrow, even if everything starts falling apart, the markets will still be there. People will still be buying and selling, and people will still be buying oversold levels. People will still be buying good stuff. The markets are not going anywhere. It doesn't matter whether there is a World War III or new corona pandemic or anything else. It really doesn't matter. So even if we go down to 10K, even if we go down to 5K, even if we go down very, very low, we're still gonna come very fast towards upside because it goes faster up than down. You know, the moves towards the downside are always very, very, very slow. Why are they very slow? Because they have to get people out of the market. The markets need to, you know, squeeze out the weekends. They have to squeeze out everybody. You know, they have to make it boring. So the moves towards downside are very, very slow. But when it goes towards upside, they have to go up fast because they have to leave everybody behind. So that when everybody that's behind starts FOMOing in, then those people that hodl through everything or bottom to bottom right now can actually sell, right? So moves towards downside very slow. And you can see right now that, you know, everything is getting prolonged. And, you know, even if you go down lower, it might be very, very slow movement towards downside or even a fast one, I don't know. But what I do know is when we start going towards upside, it's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be boom. Everybody be like, hey man, what up? What happened? Where did the price go? Where did the price go? So it's gonna be something like that. Enough about chit chat about, you know, markets and stuff like that. You know, am I worried? The big question is, you know, am I worried that we are gonna go lower? Not so much. So I'm gonna explain to you very easily why I'm not so worried that much. Now we can of course go lower, but I'm assuming this is the bottom. Now if this is the bottom, you know, the bottom doesn't come like this and just goes towards out. It just does not happen like that, right? You will get some kind of shaky moves towards upside or downside. You'll see some of these moving averages up here, for example 10-20 moving average. When you try to, you know, get above the 10-20 moving average, off time you get rejected by the first one, go up a little bit down, you wait for the next one, you get above it up here, maybe try to, you know, get above this, you know, 50 moving average, go a little bit down. You know, it's a process getting above these moving averages towards upside and continue towards downside. So this shaky movement up and down, it's very normal movement, right? Even down here we are back below 200 moving average on the weekly time frame. Right now this is a weekly time frame. Not only did it 2 weeks ago close back below 210 moving average, this week we are just continuing down. So I definitely think that this move right over here can actually push a little bit more towards downside before it actually goes towards upside. I do think that maybe even just a week, something like that, but and then move towards upside. I don't know what's gonna happen, but all I know is that this is not a, you know, not a bad move, anything like that, that we are just gonna drop down to 5K or, you know, maybe even 10K down here or something like that. It can happen. Not gonna say it cannot happen. I've been wrong before, as everybody knows. Over here I was like, oh, we're gonna go up, and we did not go up, we went down. But this move up here, it's a very if this was a 5-minute chart, nobody would like be saying that, oh my god, we're gonna just continue dropping down here. I mean, some people would, but this looks bullish to me. Let me show you a picture yesterday from Laden in the Telegram chat. Let me show you that. Let me show you that over here. And yesterday Mladen posted a very interesting chart. And as you can see in our Telegram channel, we love charts, guys. We love charts. And there is charts all over the place. Where is it? I miss it. Did he delete it? Did he delete the secret? I don't think he deleted the secret. Let me find it. Here we go. Do you see the difference between bullish and bearish bottom? So look at the chart up here. Let's copy the chart. And I think it's interesting. So if you copy it over here, bullish and bearish bottom. So he posted this chart up here. It's very good. It's very nice. Very nice. What are you gonna say? Very nice. He noticed something interesting on the chart. So what you're gonna see here is down when we are in this channel, and when we hit this bottom, you can see how the bottom kind of curved up towards downside, and then went down, and then curved up and went down. On the other hand, what you see here is that we are curving towards downside, and curving, going up, but curving towards downside and then drop down. Up, curving, and down, right? So this move that's happening right now is more like jump. Why this was cup. That's why these cup and handle patterns are very popular. When price goes up like this, then you get into this cup and handle pattern because you got this curvature, right? On the other hand, when you got something like this, when price and then drops down, it kind of fails. So this looks more bearish than these kind of moves. But look over here. This looks like to me like a rounded move on the bottom side. Round move on the bottom side. Round move on the bottom side and down. And right now, round move on the bottom side. And maybe towards upside. I mean, it's not my chart. It's not my theory about these rounded bottoms on the bottom side. But by definition, we always see these cup and handle patterns where you go get this rounded bottom, right? Then you gotta pull back down here, and then you continue towards upside, right? But the rounded bottoms are nice, and this looks to me right now, the rounded bottom towards upside, big fast move towards downside, then maybe a rounded bottom up here again. So maybe get some kind of double bottom down here at the bottom side. It's alternative. We don't know actually if that's gonna happen or not. But if you just look at some kind of theory behind it, that the round bottoms are more bullish than these spiked bottoms on the downside where you have rounded tops, that might be the case. So if you see here on the weekly time frame, we are kind of a little bit rounded on the bottom side down here. Maybe if you go to 2-day chart, I can see here we are a little bit round and then fast move towards downside. So I think these rounded tops are actually rounded bottoms. If Mladen is correct, rounded bottoms might be very very bullish for us. So it might be some kind of double rounded bottom down here, and then we move towards upside. Might be, I don't know. It's just a theory, but it was very nice, that you noticed that. And I also remember that you talked about that before as well. But this moves towards downside on the weekly time frame over here. You can see here that we went through both moving averages. We went down, but we did not break the support. We got a support down here at 19.3. Major huge support. Will this be broken eventually? We do not know right now, but right now it's not broken. Right now this weekly support at 90.3 is the most important support that I can actually think about. You can see here that this 13.3 is holding this level up here, and below that we got something at 18.1. So where are we gonna hit 18.1 as well? Up here on the this weekly time frame. So it's 19. These are the tops up here. This on QCon, why are they a little bit different? Maybe it's 18 up there. But you can see here there's a huge bunch of support up here. This is top, this is the change, this is the previous bottom up here. So this can go all the way down to 18.1 or something like that. Just by looking at it. You can see this week on the downside as well. So we're gonna maybe do double top down here at 17k. I don't know. But I'm definitely not looking at 15k, 12k, 10k, anything like that. Like like I can get on the bandwagon all the way down to, you know, this previous low down here at 17.6 with some kind of move towards. I can say this can happen. I think this is a lot more likely, you know, 17.6k, a lot more likely than going all the way down, you know, some kind of 14k, making a extreme new lows. Right now, I don't see that happening. I think still that this is a very normal move to, you know, when you are bottoming out, you do something like this and then you curve towards upside. It just seems very normal to me. So I'm no fear or no panic or nothing like that. So I'm expecting this, you know, maybe to go a little bit down, more on downside, but eventually, you know, towards upside. Of course, if you are dollar cost averaging, not trading, you know, you're just hodling. There's not much actually to do, but it's not the most bullish sign yet. On the if you look at it on the indicators down here, we don't have the divergence yet because the price is still going towards the upside over here, and the RSI is going towards the upside. If we did head close below down here, we would have officially made divergence. We don't have divergence on the weekly time frame yet, so if this week goes down, maybe, just maybe, there will be a divergence and then we go towards the upside. So, you know, depends what's going to happen up here. This bullish cross on the weekly time frame on the MACD is still in effect. It still didn't cross towards downside. So technically we did have a bullish cross up here, but we did have a bullish cross over here as well, and then that kind of failed us, of course. The question is, will this fail us again towards downside? The momentum over here is going towards the upside, so the momentum on the towards the downside is weakening. So I don't know guys. I don't know what's happening, but I don't think that I'm that bearish. I'm sorry, I'm not that bearish. I'm always looking for some kind of move towards the upside. I don't know if I'm biased towards the upside, but I don't think I am. I think I'm being a little bit objective over here and looking at from, you know, different perspectives, but I don't think this is actually very bad. Now, monthly time frame, we got 2 days left over here, and this is the 50 moving average on the downside. You see that we broke that, managed to get it back above it, right back down again, support down here at 19.8 again. You know, will we close with a bearish engulfing candle on the downside? Will this actually be bad? Will we do another move to right back up here again on the monthly time frame after that? You know, it kind of depends. These are just 3 candles, and there is no, you know, we might be getting a bullish, bearish engulfing candle over here. But does that mean that we are gonna drop on the downside? Definitely doesn't, because it can do, like, you know, first try over here, second try up here, and then, you know, continue towards the upside. So, you know, 3 candles is not telling you anything. You can assume a little bit more bearishness if we close below the 50 moving average over here. If we close below 19.8, you know, we could assume a little bit more bearishness, but you cannot say with, you know, confidence that this is gonna go down, because there is no pattern. It's just, you know, broke the support, right break around, broke the support, and right now it can actually come right back above, because this is a very normal thing as well to do, you know, do move up here and then up here again, you know, two times, you know, holding the support and then continue towards upside. It's very normal. So I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't look too much into the what's happening right now on the monthly time frame, because the 50 moving average that's over here at 21 to give us something that doesn't look like that's gonna, you know, hold just yet. So, you know, but still 2 days left and 17 hours, a lot can happen. Can we pump, guys? Can we pump in the next two days 10% towards the upside? It is doable. Like, it's not that high, guys. It's not that high. Look at this. This is 21.9, and it's not even up here. It's not even up here. All we have to do in the next 2 days is create some kind of bottom up here. Sorry, some kind of bottom. I mean, technically it's like 3 days up here, you know, 2 days up here, this day, and then, you know, 2 more days up here. So, you know, we need to pump a little bit. Can this pump happen? Definitely can happen. If we pump up here, we go back above the 50 MA. You see up here that we fell below the 50 monthly moving average. Maybe that's the reason we are down there. Monthly 50 MA up here, and, you know, if we can pump up here, it's gonna be all good and dandy, and, you know, sunshine and rainbows and unicorns and all of that stuff, right? But I don't think that's gonna happen. It's a little bit juicy move towards the upside up here. I mean, it is pretty juicy. It's 10.5% over 3 days. I mean, still over 3 days, it's not that much of 3 days, but you know, I don't think it's gonna happen. But still, you know, I don't see anything you know, greatly wrong that, you know, we are gonna go a lot lower than this. Let me go to another chart up here and just see some kind of, let me look me chart down here. Yeah, so we are pretty much down here on the weekly time frame. down still at 40 levels. Sorry, monthly time frame. We are still at, you know, all-time lows. You can see down here 40 levels down here, so you know we are very extended. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is 8 months in a downtrend over here. This is the longest bear trend that we have had. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 red candles now here. You know, in 2040 there is 6 red candles. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 candles, sorry, 6 horizontal bars on the down movement, on the bearish movement on MACD. 6 7 8. So this is like a new world record also down here. Extreme oversold levels down here. These do only happen during capitulation phases. You'll see that down here. Capitulation phase bottom, capitulation phase bottom, and right now what's happening up here is, you know, capitulation phase bottom down here, right? So these overextended, you know, moves do happen only then. I don't know guys, I don't know what's happening. You know, we are going down. It's normal move towards downside, but you know, I'm in no shape or way. I'm in no way in any kind of fear that we are gonna drop down to 10K tomorrow. I mean, you know, if it's gonna happen, there will be some kind of pattern over here. There will be some kind of, you know, bearish bear flag, or some kind of, you know, pennant or something like that, or something like some you know, extends make hug dump pattern, or something that will be created up here that will dump us towards downside. But right now we are just in the process of creating this pattern, whatever this pattern is going to be down here, before, you know, before we maybe go towards downside. If this just goes towards downside, I don't know, man. It can happen, but I don't think so. To me, it looks a little bit bearish, but you know, it's very normal. So I'm waiting to break some kind of, you know, some kind of you know, resistance level up here. For example, this trend line over here. I'm waiting to break that to say that we are bullish now again, because right now we are in downtrend short term. So there is that. Let's talk about something else. DXY, guys, DXY. Let me just remove everything on the chart up here, and you can see that the DXY right now is creating a you know, this secondary top up here. Let me just move up the moving averages up here, and you'll see up here that we have even on this, on the daily time frame, we have slight divergence up here. Now we always say the divergences are a leggy indicator, but you know, it could be some kind of first indication of weakness, right? Let me go a little bit more down here on this chart. Maybe something like this up here, give or take, because it's very nice. So you can see here we had an up movement up here, we broke that. Right now we're trying to break that over here towards the upside, and if you fail to do that, then this pretty much over here seems to be the top for DXY right now. This is a short term right now move. This is a 4-hourly move, but you'll see that this 4-hourly move is also showing that, you know, the bigger moves are also finished. So this 4-hourly move up here, you know, extend up here, went down below the support right now, trying to get back above it. If this right now, I'm gonna say it right now, if this goes below 108, 176, if this move right now fails below these bottoms down here, it's pretty much over on the short term scale up here, and needs to pull back a little bit more. That said, if you look at on the daily time frame, let's go to the daily time frame. There are of course very nice levels that we need to, you know, cross up here. We've been drawing something like this up here, and you can see here that we are at resistance right now. So we have been going into a trend. We broke that. We managed right now doing the same thing on a bigger time frame, on daily time frame, trying to get back above that trend. If this fails, it's gonna, you know, go towards downside. But these bigger time frames, it's not just, you know, going below 108. These bigger time frames to fail, for the pattern, the entire pattern over here to fail, it needs to go before the previous low, and that's all the way down to 105, right? So as long as it's above 105, this pattern up here is still, you know, still can, you know, blast through here and continue towards the upside, but needs to go through 105. Just like on the 4-hourly, over here on the 4-hourly, on the small time frames, it needs to fail below, what did we say, 108. On the bigger time frames, it needs to fail below 105 for this, you know, move towards the upside to be broken. But technically speaking, it is still in an uptrend. But you can see up here, give or take. This was the line that we had the first time, right? Let me just remove the yellow lines. So you can see here that we are still climbing towards the upside over here. We're still climbing towards the upside, but we are kind of losing the steam. We are kind of losing the steam up here. Let me just draw it like this, maybe something like a line like this. You can see here, we tried to go up here, we failed. Right now, we tried to go up here, we're failing that as well. We're failing that as well, right over here. So we tried up here, failed. Tried up here, failed. So if we do this up here and fail again, we might again do another move up here and then fail, right? But what you see here is right now that, you know, the moves are kind of failing, right? But it still needs to go below previous lows. Still needs to go previous lows, and it still haven't done. So it's you know, all the time it's low, higher, low, higher, low. So technically it is on a strong option up here, high, high, higher, high, and over here we have right now still higher, high. So it's still trying to climb higher, but it might be reaching some kind of top. It's still trying to climb higher, but still reaching some kind of top. But it does look like it's kind of rolling over, you know. So question is over here, will it break this, you know, trend line up here, give or take towards upside? Because if it fails and starts doing, you know, this move up here, then there will be, you know, move towards downside. There will be another trend line over here and starts breaking that. You know, it slowly breaks towards the downside, but you know, these things takes time. But looks like it's some kind of top right now. If it's on some kind of top right now, DXY, then maybe just then Bitcoin is right now will, you know, start pumping towards the upside. You know, there's that. Weekly triple bear divergence. What kind of triple bear divergence is that? By the way, last time I had a stream, I did not see that, you know, even live, that, you know, the S&P was dumping like crazy. S&P dumped in the, you know, 2 days up here, you know, something like 4%. Sorry, in 1 day, 4% up here, 2 days. 3% towards downside, and right now it's still down, still opening towards downside. So S&P and Dow Jones are right now, you know, dumping big time towards downside. Now this is this might have been some kind of you know, rising wedge up here, give or take, at least something like this. Maybe it was a channel, I don't know. Let's see up here. Yeah, maybe it's some kind of rising wedge. But the way I see it, these levels up here, they got broken. Right now we got down here, you know, both these tops and bottoms down here at something like this S&P 500, you know, 39 or something like that. If this, only if this support up here fails and we start going down, we can become bearish. But it looks like this move towards downside right now is coming to some kind of bottom down here. It still gets, you know, pretty decent move towards downside to make like 2-3% towards downside. So you're gonna see how bearish people be. But if you see it getting, you know, support in the middle of this wedge up here, if you see it getting support up here or something like that, this can actually be quite bullish for the price. So you're gonna see that. On the other hand, if it starts breaking this on downside, bottom down wedge, and if it goes all the way down there, maybe it's gonna, you know, go into capitulation. We're gonna see how this actually gonna play out. But yeah, S&P and Dow Jones definitely dumping. DXY looks like it's hitting some kind of top, unless it's very strongly bullish and then it breaks the stops towards the upside. Bitcoin also just dumped a whole bunch towards downside. From the top up here to the bottom, we already dumped something like 22% towards downside. So are we gonna dump more? I don't know, but we are hitting these lows again. So I'm guessing there is a lot of buyers down here, guys. There's a lot of buyers and they're buying, they're betting on this reversal up here. Can we wick down? Yes, we can. Can we wick it down to 12K? Not quite sure about that. But I'm guessing there is a lot of buyers up here at 9.8. Hey Sasha, on 212% profit on IBEX. Nice, very nice, man. DXY triple bearish divergence. DXY triple bearish divergence. On what kind of time frame are we seeing that? Like if you look at a monthly time frame, there is no divergence on monthly, but let me see 2 months, stuff like that, because these are big times. Now there is no divergence on the big time frame. Huge time frames, no divergence. Small time frames, there is divergence. Like if you look at a monthly time frame up here, not monthly, weekly time frame, you got a divergence up here, but you got you also I don't know, is this Yeah, so you got a bullish divergence on the bottom side. So this goes towards downside, this goes towards upside, it's bullish. So right now you got a bearish divergence again, so it's gonna pull up again towards downside a little bit up here. So we're trying to figure out in this top up here, you know, it's doing this, you know, sideways move and then maybe towards downside. I don't know how it's gonna play out, but it does look like, you know, but if you look at a weekly time frame, this can take, you know, a month, 2 times, you know, for this to play out. So, you know, yeah, it's weekly. It actually does have the divergence as well. Also, the momentum down here on my indicator is also, you know, lowering down there, and the momentum on the MACD is going down. Not only that, yeah, momentum on the MACD is going down, and there is no volume on this chart. So everything is right now indicating we're coming towards some kind of top. The best indication that we are at, you know, this is pretty much done. This line or this line, something like this, is that we break this line over here, which we did already once over here, but you know, breaking with confidence down here and then, you know, trying to do the same thing up here and then going down, you know, that would be nice. That would be nice. Dobro jutro, I think you were looking for a praise. No shape or form. Yeah, exactly. No, in no shape or form, in no way of shape. In no shape or form, exactly. You are correct, my friend. 6 weeks pump dumped in 2 weeks. Yeah, it goes faster towards downside and upside, but that's a good thing. 6 monthly bars, 7 bars, 8 bars. We are at the bottom. Yes, we are. I think so. Sasha, this might take, if you check monthly time frame, Bitcoin closes below 19.7 as of Wednesday, Bitcoin will get 14k. I'm 100% sure. Don't be 100% sure. Last time, you know, anybody chant was 100% sure. It did not play out, you know, and you know, don't say you are 99% sure. That's a lot more believable than 100%, because you know, weekly DXY bearish did same before, but it just kept going as indicated. CBC slates 3. Yeah. Ooh. Guys, you gotta understand that these things like trend breaks and stuff like that, when something is bullish, it really doesn't care, guys. It really doesn't care about patterns, about this, about that. When something in the world happens that changes the metrics on the chart, the price doesn't care if it has like 5 bearish divergences up here at the top. It really doesn't care. And you'll notice that it doesn't care that it had like, you know, 5 bearish divergences. It will correct these divergences eventually, and then suddenly you see, you know, popping towards the upside. It really doesn't care. And I think I understood this when I was watching these, you know, big companies falling down. There will be some kind of patterns up here, and they will be just, you know, dropping towards downside like a waterfall. You know, it will say oversold, airside divergence. Nothing is helping. This is just going straight down, right? And you notice that, you know, indicators and stuff cannot help during very, very strongly bullish markets or bearish markets. The same thing happens. The patterns kind of break down a little bit. The lines do not work. The patterns are not showing you the right, you know, when you think that something is coming to some kind of top, you know, it should fall over, but there is so much bullish, it just continues pumping. Or in same thing on the downside, when stuff is going down and you see some kind of bullish signs like building up, everything looks nice, and then it continues dumping on downside. When you're in strong bearish markets, strong bullish markets, the TA kind of, you know, it says like, F you, man, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and you are like, you know, sitting on the sidelines watching, you know, everything you thought it has to, you know, happen, doesn't happen. So when I say that this can continue to going up, I'm saying that based on, you know, world, you know, my world was about what's happening in the world, and you know, if dollar becomes suddenly, you know, stupidly strong for some reason, you know, it really doesn't care whether it has, you know, 3 or 5 bearish divergences on the weekly time frame. It will just continue pumping towards the upside. So keep that in mind. Besides that, I'm a little bit unsure whether Bitcoin is just gonna continue pumping towards the upside, because I'm not that bearish on Bitcoin, guys. I'm not that bearish on Bitcoin, and I don't see that much bearishness. I don't see that much bearishness. Guys, do you know what, by the way, fear and greed index right now, yeah, I want to talk about it. You remember down here it was down at 6, you know, up here 8, 10, 13, something like that, right? Right now it's at 24, which says that, you know, we are at extreme fear But I won't say that it's extreme fear. Like, I'm not in fear. Guys, are you in fear? Because I'm not in fear. I'm in no shape or form in fear right now. And, you know, I don't know who is in fear, but, you know, people are thinking maybe you know, by the fear, maybe it's by the fear stuff. I don't think we're gonna get to down to these levels down here again, you know, 10 levels again. I mean, we were up down there, you know, a couple of times. This is 2021, you know, June, when we went, you know, big time towards downside, May 21, right? This is March 2020, of course, corona up down here. Where's the 2018? This is the, you know, bottom down here. Will we get down to 10k levels? I don't know, man. I don't know. But it, you know, I'm not in fear. I don't know who is in fear, but I'm not in fear. I don't know, extreme fear, that seems to, you know, terrified. 2% inflation target means there is a lot more up for the dollar. Maybe. But shouldn't dollar be devalued when inflation is going up? I don't get it. I'm in no fear. I haven't been so confident in crypto in my entire effing life. Good. Been in fear so long that I got over the fear a little. Yeah, Sophie, that kind of does, you know, in start you're in fear, but at one point it just goes, you know, through the threshold and you're like, who cares, you know, you get to that stage, you know, you're okay. I've been chilling for the last 3 months. I think anyone in a large position would be in extreme fear now. I mean, I have pretty decent sized, you know, for me, position, but, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's because I've did this before, so, you know, I don't know. Just means we'll not move up as much if inflation has peaked. The only people that say not 10k is the people that are already in. Eric, so you are not in. That's why Eric wants the 10k. Eric is spreading, guys, Eric is spreading the FUD because he wants to buy cheap. He did not buy yet. The XY is the value of dollar versus other currencies, not the buying power of the dollar in its own country. Yes, but here's the thing. So it's either one of the two things. It's either all of these other currencies are being devalued more than dollar, or yeah, so that has to be it. Like, other currencies are being devalued more than the dollar. Even though you're printing the dollar, even though inflation is skyrocketing, it's still better than all of these other, you know, countries. At least that's what he's telling me. I was in a home store and saw a box of red candles, and it scared the hell out of me. What about red candles? Are you bullish, Sasha? Like very small time frame, short term. Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, look at the candles, man. Look at the candles. You got two big fat, you know, candles towards downside. It's a 20% move towards downside. Why shouldn't I be bullish? Will you go live today to trade? I hope so. I hope so. Am I in fear because I want 10k? I don't know if that's fear or hope. Denial. I'm in, but I hold cash on side, dude. I'm in as well, and I still hold cash, but you know, I'm not saying 10k. I'm saying like 90k is good. Maybe 60, 70k, maybe some nice, you know, capitulation, a little small, you know, 5%, 10% capitulation candle would be nice. I'm not saying it, I'm not trying, you know, get any kind of drastic movements, but, you know, some kind of nice, you know, volume candle towards downside with some kind of volume, some kind of percentage would be nice, because altcoins would dip a little bit, you know. So, you know, I mean, it looks good now, right now. I don't know. Actually, a little more crypto and cash, but I think lower. A strong dollar is bad for American economy. I wouldn't expect it to last long. Can you explain to me why is a strong dollar bad for our economy? It's because when the Feds raise interest rate, people also from other countries buy bonds and stuff, so the value goes up. Yeah, so I think when it comes, you know, to inflation, to the dollar, to, you know, interest rates, the bonds and stuff like that, I'm right, not really guy to analyze that, because, you know, it's too complicated for me. I don't see any, I haven't found any interest in understanding that, and it kind of sounds a little bit boring to me. I understand now that it's very important, you know, understanding or interest rate going up and down and what kind of effect that has on economy and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, you gotta draw the line somewhere when it comes to, you know, understanding certain stuff, and it's not my thing. It's not my thing. So you guys know that stuff better than me. Hey Deep Seagal, no, long time no see, and long time no see. Only trade short-term session. Now you stop believing the moons. I did not stop believing, man. What's your nah. The moons, guys. We gotta say a quick word about the moons. The moon is definitely disappointing. When is the next moon? This is the right, this is 2023, so this is not the right one. Let's go to 2022 and go down to, so August 27. OMG, we already have, so we got a supermoon on, we got a full moon supermoon down here, which failed August 12. But right now, August 27, we got a new moon. Let's go daily. Oh, effing G. So we kind of stopped on these moons up here. We kind of stopped these moons, but you see here these moons has been kind of pushing us sideways a little bit up here, which was kind of good. And this was actually supposed to push us towards the upside. This kind of failed us big time. So we closed big time towards downside. Not only that, right now we are getting this new moon that's continue pushing towards downside, but maybe they've changed, you know, maybe something happened in the universe and they changed the, you know, polarities or something like that. So right now the new moon is the pump moon and the super, you know, full moon is the dump moon. Maybe something changed in the world. I don't know what's happened up here, but you can see right now over here, right now, this, you know, can continue pushing us towards downside. But I'm not gonna say too much about where, you know, the moons right now, because we had three supermoons, technically only two supermoons. These are the two supermoons that we've been calling about, and then I read about somewhere that this third one is also a supermoon, which technically, you know, depends on the definition you're using. It could and could not be the supermoon, but these two are the biggest ones. But this over here, you can see right running down and then, you know, going towards the outside. Maybe we are going some kind of, you know, falling wedge down here that's gonna break right now soon towards the upside. We're gonna see that, but we got a new moon, you know. So betting on the new moon, that new moon is gonna, you know, somehow, you know, pump us up there. It's kind of, you know, heavy, so maybe something like this until the next full moon and then go towards the upside. If you're just looking at the moons, exports cost more. Okay, personal weight on scales. If you take 5 kg of one scale, 2 kg of one side goes up in scale, but both have become lighter. Okay. We ran down for so long. People don't want to trade goods and services with inflated dollar. I thought a strong dollar was a good thing. Why is strong dollar not a good thing? You know, guys, let's not go into it. 6th of moon is out now. It doesn't work anymore. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe too many people figure it out. Low polarities. Yeah. Moon reversal shift. In a bear market, full moons don't have much power. Same like bull markets. But we are done with the bear market. This is a bull market right now. How is S&P futures? They're going down. I think that's gonna go down a little bit more, at least a little bit more before something happens, not intentionally. 4-hour close looks short. When do we have 4-hour close? In 10 minutes actually over here. Let's see up here. So let's just talk a little, you know, quick second about this short-term time frames, because we got a 4-hour close up here very soon right now. You'll see that we are getting pushed down by the 10 moving average up here, right? And we did this move towards downside up here, right back up here. I think this is actually quite bullish, and I'm going to explain to you why. And the reason I think this is bullish, and you can see that this 10 moving average is supposed to, you know, dump us towards the downside, but it's not doing that. You can see up here, we started, you know, trying to get above it, and then we kind of hug the 10 moving average. You try to go down, hug, try to go down, hug, try to break below, try to go down, and then right back up hug. And right now we are still hugging, so this is actually hugging the 10 moving average. It's not failing down. Oftentimes you'll see that you fail towards downside, then you get this moving average going after you, but this is not failing. I think this one over here was right now bottom on the 4-hourly time frame. This is right now gonna go towards the upside. I'm right now more bullish than bearish, guys. I'm more bullish than bearish, because if you just analyze the candlesticks, and we got more than 2-3 candlesticks over here, although it's not very bullish engulfing candle about 10 or anything like that, it is hugging the, it had several, it had a lot of chances to, dump towards downside. Tried, it tried several times, but it's still hugging this 10 moving average and doesn't want to let go, right? So, it's gonna go right now towards downside. There is always probability for that, but, it does look, this over here does look bullish to me. This over here does look bullish. Let's look at a 1-hourly time frame. You can see here it's trying to climb towards the upside a little bit. There is definitely some kind of triangle up here. I'm just gonna do a random line up here, give or take something like this. I think that's around 50 MA. I think for this downtrend over here to fail, I think we need to get back above the 50 moving average, and once we do that, I think everything is gonna be strongly bullish towards the upside. But I don't know. Short term does look bullish to me. I don't know if short terms look bullish too, but to me it looks okay. Love you. Thanks, man. Along that button, 19,537, 25. Ooh, that's nice. The downtrend is still intact. This is still bear. Technically, yes. Technically, if you look at a long term, yeah, we are still in the downtrend. Nothing has changed. Big time frames are still indicating that this is a downtrend. You can see here we are definitely in a downtrend still. But, there is always a but. There are people who are waiting for the breakout to say, okay, we are done, but we can continue doing this over here. And then there are, like me, people who are not waiting to get the breakout to say that we are done. We are waiting for some kind of, something to happen to say that we are done, and then we go towards the upside, right? So we are saying before we actually break the trend. Technically, it's still downtrend, but I think it's pretty much over up here. Can it go down here lower? It can. Stuff can happen, but if we are still in downtrend, yes, of course, you are true, you are right, still downtrend. It's Monday, you're always bullish. Yeah, Mondays I'm always bullish. No volume, nothing will happen until this changes. Yeah, that's why I say I would like some little bit of volume with like a 5 to 10% candle towards downside, quick candle towards downside, and then maybe altcoins will suffer like 20-30%, and then buy the rest of my stuff, and then it's done. All gate costs more with strong dollar. Affects the rest of the world trade. Yeah, might be that. I think you're jumping to gun TLA. It might pay off. Never know. I'm giving probabilities to one side, right? I'm giving probabilities to one side. I'm not being like some other people in the chat and other places that like, it's 100% going up there. I'm trying to not to do that, at least. I'm trying to be a little bit more objective and say that, there is probability towards downside, but I'm a little bit more bullish than bearish. I'm sorry. Even up here at the top, I was bullish. Even up here at the top. Even down here, I'm bullish. Down here, I was bullish. I've just been bullish up here. Even if you go down, I'm still gonna be like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm bullish. Possible to know the bottom for sure. If you could catch the bottom always, you would be rich. Stinking rich. Exactly. We do not know where the bottom is. We assume where the bottom is. We take, gambles on where the bottom might be. We look at probability towards upside or downside. Beside that, we cannot know. And with that, guys, you cannot ever know. If you want to say I'm 100% sure on this, say 99%, because always room for failure. Because you don't ever want to be 100% sure about anything. Because that will stop you doubting things. That will stop you, looking around. Pick bottoms get smelly fingers, but some people like smelly fingers. There's that. Maybe they enjoy that. You never know that. Who knows? Some people. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. There might be stream, might not be a stream later. We're gonna see that. I'm bullish. I don't know about you guys. I'm bullish. Okay, guys. See you later. Join Qcoin, guys. If you haven't joined Qcoin, you gotta buy gems somewhere. Where are you gonna buy gems? On Bybit? You're not gonna buy gems on Bybit. You're gonna buy gems on Qcoin. Join Qcoin, guys. See you around. Smash the like button on the way out. Bye bye.